Water is without doubt one of the most important resources in the world. Approximately 400 billion gallons of water are used in the United States per day. It's been estimated that in 1 year the average American uses over 100,000 gallons of water. Recently, residents in Mississippi got a shock when they turned on their taps to find black water running out of them. Officials said residents shouldn't be alarmed as the black water is safe to drink. Residents are angry as they didn't receive any notices to boil the water. Residents began to notice the black water coming out of taps in the bathtubs, sinks, and even the water going into their washing machines to wash their clothes. Incredibly, water officials have even gone as far as to say that there is nothing wrong at all with the water. They said that the black colour comes from the iron, and is that colour due to it having too much iron in it? However, some people aren't buying it. One homeowner said they put a load of washing into their washing machine and they were all white towels. The black water began to pour into the machine, and the towels were sloshing around in the disgusting water. They asked how the clothes are expected to be clean, and who would pay for the cleanup if the clothing and towels were ruined. The black water has been an issue since last week, but on Friday it did seem to be getting slightly better. In a video, water was shown coming out of taps, and it looked like weak coffee or tea. The video showed the remnants left behind when the brackish water had swirled away down the drain. Dark black stains were left behind pitting the sink. Another showed a clean white sink with dirty brown water coming out of the tap. This is water in which residents are supposed to wash. One resident said the following: "How can they expect people to drink this stuff? It looks horrible. Never have I seen black water, and never have I heard of people drinking black water. This isn't right." One homeowner scooped out some of the leftover residue of water onto her finger, and showed what looked to be a sickish looking dark brown substance. The resident collected some of the brown water in a jar, explaining that it was not right for the city to expect people to come home and see black water coming out of their taps, and expecting them to drink and wash in it. So my question to you is, if you saw black water coming out of your tap, would you drink it? Let me know in the comments. A statue of the Virgin Mary in Argentina has been witnessed by some people crying blood. The statue is owned by the Mendoza family, and the Virgin Mary statue has attracted interest from numerous visitors since its discovery. However, local priest Julio Méndez has urged caution, and has stated the Catholic Church will have to fully investigate the tiny statue before it can be officially declared a genuine miracle. In a statement to the press, Méndez said the following: "The first thing the Church does is a scientific analysis to see if there is a natural explanation. Only then the possibility of a supernatural phenomenon is considered. Some have suggested this ties in with current world events. For example, some believe that World War III is going to happen, and these tears serve as a warning. The statue tests the faith of all who come to see it. Some believe that because of the state the world is in, it's caused the Virgin Mary to weep tears of blood. Others believe this was a mechanical achievement. Several statues in the past have appeared to cry for a variety of reasons, but have later been explained as natural rather than divine occurrences or as fakes. Statues of the Virgin Mary seen to cry both blood and tears have in the past been found to have been elaborate hoaxes, put together by individuals seeking to make money from visitors." One resident said the following: "I think this is real. I think the Virgin Mary is crying because she's trying to tell us something. I think something big is going to happen soon." However, not everyone shares this opinion. Some think these statues have been rigged up in different ways, including through the simple use of tiny pipes running through the statue which releases liquids gradually. Another common method found to have been used in many supposed miracles is to use a hollow statue covered in a waterproof glaze. A tiny hole is left in the head of the statue and water is poured inside. No unusual activity is noticed at this point, as the water cannot escape through the statue due to the glaze, although the water is absorbed into the plaster. To make the appearance of tears, tiny scratches are made in the glaze around the eyes, which over time then appear to cry. Often such hoaxes are believed to be real by many people. However, usually the owners won't allow the statues to be analysed by scientists. My name is Linda and I live in Texas with my husband, my 8-year-old daughter and the family dog. My daughter is a bright young girl, but she is quiet. She enjoys her own company. We all live in an old converted farmhouse. The house was old looking and needed a lot of work when we moved in. Me and my husband moved in before we had our daughter. During the cleanup, we discovered some strange things around the house. We found random stuffed dolls in places all around the house, but mostly in the attic. After clearing out all the junk, we began tearing down walls. My husband is a builder and enjoys renovating, so we decided to change the layout of the home. When we were doing this, we came across something that set us back. It was a Ouija board. We are both believers in the paranormal, so we threw the object out immediately. After this, we decided to look at the previous owner. We found out that an elderly woman lived in the house before us, and she was a hermit. She rarely went out except to get groceries. It was confirmed to us that she had passed away in the house. Although a bit shocked, we just brushed this off and carried on with the house. Fast forward a few years and we had our daughter. Growing up as a young girl, she would suffer with night terrors. During the early hours of the morning, we would hear her screaming with all her might. When we walked in, we could see the fear in her eyes. After doing some research, we found it was not uncommon for children to have this. However, when we asked her about it, she said she would have night terrors about this woman in black. She described the woman as having long fingers and long black hair. She would always refer to the woman as Long Fingers. At the age of 6, she would start to be more open about what was happening. She would suffer with these night terrors at least once a week. And once again, when we asked what was wrong, she would say it's Long Fingers. One day, me and my husband discovered these drawings under her bed. The drawing made me worried, and it's not something I want my child drawing. When I questioned her, she said this is Long Fingers. She said that Long Fingers isn't mean, but that she does scare her, saying that she's ugly and has weird hands. After sitting down with my husband, we speculated whether the previous owner may still be living in the home. We haven't taken any action as of yet, but are keeping a close eye on our daughter. The remains of what was described as a weird creature were discovered by a woman who was walking her dogs on the beach. Beth took a photograph of the weird creature, which she said was around 5 feet in length. As with most of these photos, the creature has caused quite a lot of controversy, and people have come up with many theories about what the creature might be. Many people said that it might be a dead dolphin or perhaps a porpoise. This is something that first came to the mind of Beth when she stumbled upon the creature. Other people have said that the snout of the dead beast resembles that of a crocodile, because it's elongated and has a long tail. Up to now, many people have suggested the dead creature could be a sea monster, such as the Loch Ness Monster. However, as the photograph has just been taken, scientists haven't been able to study it. Dr. Foreman, an environmental expert, was the person called in to investigate the creature. He gave his thoughts about the creature. He said that it was not a crocodile, and said it was preposterous to consider that it was, and said that it's more likely a cetacean such as a dolphin or a whale. However, many have pointed out the creature's tail looks nothing like a cetacean's. One person who saw the photo said the following: "I think there's creatures living in our oceans that we don't know of. Every so often creatures wash up on our beach that scientists can't explain. It happens here in the US all the time." Another person agreed, saying the following: "I don't know what it is, but it doesn't look like a whale. It could have been a crocodile that washed up on the shore." It's important to remember that we have explored less than 5% of the ocean. Much remains to be learned from exploring the mysteries of the deep. Incredibly, humans have explored and mapped large parts of the planet Mars and the Moon in outer space, but only a small part of the oceans of the world have been explored. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.